If you look at what he does for Lancashire and for Manchester, and that probably no one would like to hear the 100 we spoke about during the Test cricket chat, but he bowls tough overs for us all the time. He bowls tough overs at Lancashire, he bowls tough overs at Manchester, he bowls with a short leg side boundary, he bowls to the best batters, he bowls all that stuff and never ever once questions it. Just, yeah, I'll do it, no problem. The resilience is built up without a conscious conversation around it. It's just what he does. What he does is bowls tough overs, and if he gets hit, just keeps coming back. There's no in-depth conversation around it. There's no, talking from a psych perspective. It's just, are you doing it or not? Yes, I'm doing it. And whatever is asked to the team, he just does it. And definitely the resilience builds up over bowling in power play, bowling at the best players consistently just becomes a norm for him. So the resilience to get put under pressure in the first innings. There's some over the top kind of language used by certain people. Just what you do is just, well, that's what it is. I'm just going to get on with bowling my next ball and bowling my next spell and doing the job for the team. And that's what he's done for. He's ingrained that in his game for 3 or 4 years, albeit more white ball. But the resilience people are talking about, it's just it's been built up and developed, over the period of time. We've done some work on his action, and one of the players we were continually comparing to was Jadeja. His action, lots of comparisons, and we've talked about how he bowls, and not just for India, but for red ball. And as the India became more and more on the radar and more, obviously was going to be going, then there's been lots of stuff, and even there's 2 things really. There's being able to specifically deliver in the conditions and also adapt to what he's learned. And I think he read somewhere that he mentioned about facing Jadeja and Ashwin helped him learn about bowling the second innings. And I think there's 2 things. There's developing his game, and then in order for them to be able to adapt to what's required. And I think there's evidence there. The Bharat one will get all the notice, but the Rohit one that didn't spin and went straight on, equally, we've talked consistently about beating both sides of the bat as a natural variation. Spinning the ball, if you spin the ball hard with that sort of shape on the ball, some will go straight on, some will spin. And again, we keep using Jadeja all the time as a sort of, here's a framework to work from. Jadeja does that very well. Some skid on, some spin. And if that natural variation, got no idea as a bowler what's going to happen, the batter's got no price. And, Rohit playing for spin in LBW, and then Bharat, getting a beauty. The ball's probably landing in a similar position, delivered from a similar angle. One spins, one goes straight on, and again, Axar, someone we've talked about, learning from him. It's what he does very well. So so I think it's learning from what others do, but adapting that to your own style. The best attribute that Tommy has is attitude. 100% character and attitude is that nothing's ever an issue. He'll always do it. He'll always put the work in. There's never I've never heard him say an excuse ever once. And players, can give excuses, but he always looks at himself. No excuses. And that's why we're here now. Really, it doesn't mean that he's going to go on and take 1,000 wickets in the next 10 tests, but it means that he's made a good start.